Hello, welcome to the success formula. It's made up of these three key elements, and I need to explain something to do with each of them. The first one is that you need to be good at something. However, that's where it gets interesting. I was reading a book recently called Mindset by Carol Dweck, and in it, she talks about two sorts of outlooks on the world, if you like, two different mindsets. One's called a growth mindset and one's called a fixed mindset. Now, the fixed mindset basically believes that ability is given and that you can't really do much to change that. And therefore, if you're not good at something, there's no point in striving towards becoming good at it. And if you are good at something, there's no point in working hard to improve. Now, obviously, that is not the mindset that is most likely to give you success. What you really need is what's called the growth mindset. The growth mindset basically says that it doesn't matter how good or bad you are at something. If you work on it, you can improve, and no one knows what level you can get to. And you can only find out what level you can get to by working hard to improve your skills and ability. So the first thing is you need a growth mindset to improve your ability in whatever it is you're trying to be successful in. The second thing is that you need to believe, have faith, be optimistic that you can achieve it. Napoleon Hill, who I'll come back to, talks about faith being one of his keys to riches. Optimism is another way of looking at it. Again, I was reading a book recently called Learned Optimism by Martin Seligman, and he talks about 4 keys to optimism that you can learn. The first thing is that if something goes wrong, you don't see it as, something that means you're going to fail overall. You just see it as one specific thing. So if you didn't hit 1 month's sales targets, for example, that would just be you haven't hit 1 month's sales target. It doesn't mean that you're bad at sales. The second thing is it's temporary. So if something goes wrong, it doesn't mean that every time in the future the same thing will go wrong. It just means it's a one-off. So you look at it that way. The third thing is that if something goes wrong, it might not be you at all that's at fault. It could be external factors. So it could be the state of the market, for example. And the fourth thing is that optimistic people tend to be more communal orientated. They tend to have a wider outlook, have something bigger than themselves that motivates them. It might be, might be on something to do with politics or to do with the church or, helping out charity shops or whatever, but they've got a wider outlook. So you need to be optimistic. And then the third key is you need to have action, but you need to have goals which you direct your action towards. And you need to be held accountable to actually achieve what you say you're going to achieve. And all of those things here point towards being part of a mastermind group, because if you're in a mastermind group, you'll have a growth mindset because you wouldn't be there otherwise. You'll be optimistic because you'll mix with other optimistic people who can help you keep the right mindset. And you'll be helped to set your goals, and you'll be held accountable by the rest of the group. So Napoleon Hill calls a mastermind group as one of his key steps to riches. And that is the formula. If you get all those 3 things right, you'll be successful in achieving your goals. And obviously, if you don't have goals, you won't be successful in achieving goals anyway. Now, the interesting thing is, if anyone is interested in that, if you look at businessroundtableuk.co.uk, there's information there. But we're actually if you're in the Warwick and Leamington area in Warwickshire in England, then we're meeting tomorrow evening, a mastermind group meeting called Business Roundtable. And if you're interested, just message me and I'll give you further details, and you could come along. There's no charge to attend a first meeting anyway. So if you wanted to see what it was all about, just let me know. Hope you found that interesting. Thanks very much for watching, and thanks for anyone who comes on later to watch. Thank you very much.